Rohit, once again, congratulations on world record. But 26 runs away from Tendulkar's total record. But you have been mentioning that you are not bothering or you are not looking up to the records and all these things. Even these things, that 5 centuries and 26 runs away from Tendulkar's record, you have not paid any attention at all.
26? I don't know. For
Yeah,
what?
his total runs in one World Cup in 2003, that is,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
No, no. I'm not here for records. I'm here to play cricket. I'm here to play and score runs and lift the cup. That is what I'm here for. I'm not looking at all those things at all.
2011,
Honestly.
2011, you were not there in the World Cup when we won the cup.
Yeah.
Do you think that is also motivating you?
It's been 8 years now. I'm moved past that. It was disappointing in 2011, but it's been 8 years now since that has happened. So I'm very fortunate that I'm in this position right now. So yeah, I'm not thinking about what has happened in the past. I've been telling at the post match as well. I just want to stay in present because we are here for a mission, and that mission is not yet completed.
Rohit,
sorry, Yuvraj Singh had said that before the IPL you had met him and you had apparently told him runs are not coming, kya ho raha hai? I'm striking but runs not coming, and he told you that Aega, don't worry. So what was that phase that you're going through? And apart from Yuvraj, that chat where anything kuch khayal tha us time kya hoga? Apparently you told Yuvraj that अच्छा हो रहा strike हो रहा but runs not coming.
हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, मैंने बोला था उनको ये बात, क्योंकि आईपीएल में 40-50 करके आउट हो रहा था. आई वाज नॉट गेटिंग बिग रन्स, so we were just, I mean, he's like a big brother to me, so we always talk about the game, about life. So he said when it matters you'll do it. So I guess probably he was talking about the World Cup, I think. But okay, so yeah, I think so. IPL, we were having a good chat around the game, basically. So because he was in a similar phase in 2011 before the World Cup, was not getting enough runs. So what he told me was to just be in good space, and that's what he did. That's why he was so successful at that World Cup. So that is the chat we had.
Rohit, at the post-match presentation, you were saying that you set off thinking that you have not played any one-days, you have not got any centuries. How hard is it to do? I mean, it's easier said than done. How difficult is it?
It is very difficult. Trust me, because you are in that fraternity where you meet so many people. They will talk about how well you are batting, how many runs you are getting, how many hundreds you have scored. But to just keep away from all that is very important, and I'm trying to do that. Fortunate that we have a bunch of guys around us who do not discuss these kind of things too much about personal milestones, and my family is here to distract me from that. So those are the things that are keeping me away from staying in the past, because I think and I totally believe that staying in the past is not so important rather than staying in the present. So I'm trying to do that. That's what I meant when I said that in the post match, that I don't want to think about how many ODIs I've played or how many runs I've scored, how many hundreds I've got. I just want to just stay in present, which is today, and take it from there, because every day in cricket is fresh, because you kind of don't want to remember what has happened in the past. Past is for you guys to talk about and make things little interesting. But for us, it's just staying in the present, because it's our duty, it's our job to just come out fresh and get the job done again on a fresh day.
So you're not checking your inboxes?
Not really. Like WhatsApp messages I will, because of my all my family members and my friends, close friends. I do that, but not on the game day, next day. when I'm traveling in the bus.
Rohit, extension that Virat has also said, you have also said that it doesn't matter what's said outside, it's what in the change room, what you people think. But do you think at times maybe what do you tell people like who might get just agitated by what's being said outside and they might react? Ravindra Jadeja react. I'm not taking his name. Like, what is your advice to people?
You're not taking his name. You took his name.
I mean, not. It's not a direct reference. Like, what do you say? Like, they might get someone might get affected, might get hurt.
See, that's the challenge for the sportsman. All this distraction will happen, but every individual is different, and it depends on how he wants to think about that particular incident or situation. For me, like I said just now, I want to stay away from all of that and enjoy beautiful weather in England. I have my family here as well, so I'm trying to do, most of the time I'm trying to do that rather than all those talks going around and things like that, because as long as you're playing, that will happen. And we have to find our logistic manager, because a lot of people are staying in the same hotel as us, who want us to win the World Cup, who want us to score runs, score centuries. So you kind of want to stay away from all of that, because eventually our job is to do that. Our job is to come here, play good cricket and win the World Cup. We all know that. But constantly yapping in anyone's ear is not right. So I think for us as cricketers, it is important to just stay completely, put that away and focus on the job at hand.
Rohit, is this the biggest highlight of your career, 500s in a World Cup? You've also, achieved several other feats in one-day cricket, double hundreds. You've scored a few times. So would you rate this feat of 500s as the biggest of your?
Not yet. If you win the World Cup, then probably I would. If not, then I can't, because eventually winning the cup, winning the game is important. No matter how many runs you score or how many wickets you take, for us as cricketers, it is important to get the job done, because we all have been looking for this World Cup, which comes every 4 years. You have to wait 4 years for this. So eventually the job for us is to go and win the finals. There's semi-finals before that, yes, but as long as that is not accomplished, no matter how many runs you score in the tournament or how many hundreds you get, you don't feel satisfied.
Rohit, from the context of going into the semi-final, how significant was it to chase and win? You haven't won chasing since the South Africa game, so how significant was it to chase, and in the manner in which you chased it?
Yeah, I think it was important, because we want to cover all our bases, tick all the boxes before the semis come. Basically, it's a knockout for us, so we won't be able to afford mistakes on that particular day. A lot of mistakes. So ticking boxes was very, very important. I think we batted well when we were put in. We scored a good amount of runs. Yes, after that South Africa game, this was a second chase we were in, so we wanted to make sure that we do it nice and clean. And yes, so before the semi-final comes, we wanted to make sure that the boxes are ticked and we are good to go for the semis.
Rohit, you're known to score big daddy hundreds in ODIs, but in these 500s, after immediately scoring 100, you had a soft dismissal and you could see the frustration in you. Does it worry you at any level?
No, not at all. Personally, I was disappointed, because after 100, I've said it many times, bowlers can rarely get you out. It is your mistake that can cost you your wicket at that point. So I was disappointed with that. The last 300s that I got, I couldn't go on to bat as deep as I could. But I would take that 100, and the only reason I say that is because eventually we won the game, except one against England, which I think we came pretty close as well. We lost by 25 runs, I think. But yes, my aim and goal is always to bat as deep as I can, because after 100 is your mistake that can cost you your wicket. That is what I have felt always, and yeah, little disappointed with that. But I'll make sure that if come the semis, if I am in that situation, I wouldn't just let it go like that.
Rohit, just one thing. Just I know you say that you live in the present, but when the World Cup started, basically, what did you tell yourselves about approaching this? How would you approach it? What was it that you told yourself starting off the campaign?
I just wanted to be in good space before the start of the World Cup, and I think which I was in, because this year's World Cup was, we all know it was a different format, 11 games 10 games before you play the finals, so it's a long tournament, long format, and then the conditions here really matter a lot. So all those things put together, I personally wanted to be in good space, and which I think I did pretty well. As soon as the game got over, I left everything behind and started focusing on the new day, which I think really helped me moving forward. And it did work here, but I don't know if it's going to work in the future as well, because every tournament is different, every series you play is different. But here it is working for me, and that is what I was thinking before the start of the tournament, that I'll try and be in good space. Good space is by doing so many things. That is very personal. So I tried and tried doing all of those things, which I think helped and worked for me.
तू कितना काम कर रहा है, वाइस कैप्टनशिप कर रहा है, कैचेस पकड़ रहा है, रन्स कर रहा है, पोस्ट मैच कर रहा है, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस का कौन सा फॉर्म भरा है तूने, और माही का कल बर्थडे, ये दो बारे में क्या बोलोगे?
जब तक ये टी शर्ट पहना है काम तो करना ही है सर, तो हम ऐसे नहीं सोच के खिलते कि यार चलो एक और दिन का काम आ गया है, उठ के काम करना है. नहीं, हम सब लोग एंजॉय करते हैं ये करना, क्योंकि बहुत लिमिटेड पीरियड तक होता है ये. सो जितना भी मोमेंट्स खेलने के लिए हमको मिल रहा है, और हम खेल रहे हैं साथ में, टीम एक साथ खेल रही है टीम, वो हम एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, ये नहीं सोच रहे. बट इंडिया को खेलने के लिए बहुत लोगों को नहीं मिलता है. हम लोग काफ़ी लकी है जो यहाँ पर है, तो हम फॉर्चुनेट है कि यहाँ पर मौका मिला है, तो हम पूरा यूज़ करना चाहते हैं. चाहे वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हो, चाहे वो ग्राउंड पे 100 लगाने का टाइम आया हो, या कैच पकड़ने का टाइम आया हो, सब कुछ करना पसंद करते हैं. फॉर्म अभी पता नहीं, अभी तो नहीं भरा है कुछ फॉर्म, बट हाँ बर्थडे
जरा कुछ तो बोल.
सब लोग मनाएंगे बर्थडे, और क्या. हम कल ट्रैवल,
इसके बारे में कुछ तो बोल.
क्या बोलूँ यार, बर्थडे अभी यार बर्थडे में क्या बोला जाता है, हैप्पी बर्थडे यही तो बोला जाता है. पर हाँ नहीं, अभी कल ट्रैवल डे हमारा, अभी पता नहीं हम मैनचेस्टर जा रहे हैं या बर्मिंघम जा रहे हैं, तो उस हिसाब से बस ड्राइव में शायद केक कटिंग होगा. फोटो वोटो भेजेंगे आप. हाँ ठीक है. Thank you.
Dimut, at the start of yesterday at the pre-press conference, you wanted to say that give a farewell to Lasith playing his last World Cup. I mean, how do you think that the game went off? I mean, you finished with a loss, and then probably do you think it's not you are sort of failed in your way of? I mean, if a win would have been a better send off for Lasith.
Of course, I think if we can win, it's good for Lasith. I think we all want to give him a nice farewell, but unfortunately we couldn't. But I think we tried really hard. I think if we take them NG, and I think he batted really well end of the day. So they want to put a fighting target for the Indians. I think they batted really well. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it. But Mali going to play another couple of games in Sri Lanka against Bangladesh. We were trying to give a nice send-off at that time.
What is it with Angelo and Headingley? Now he averages 244 a year, and what are the chances of him naming his next child as Headingley?
I think he's loved this wicket. He's keep me asking. If we can put some couple of games in here, then he can get some runs. I think he did really well in this wicket, even the Test matches. So I think he knows this wicket really well. And the 100, it's a really tough period. If you 50 for 4 and he comes and at really tough periods, and then he got a nice position in Sri Lanka teams, and I think those are the things I was expecting in the middle part. I think he did really well, and the Tiriman supporting role, he did really well. And end of the day, we put a good score in this wicket, but unfortunately, the Indians are batted really well. Even the Rohit and Rahul got a nice start, and they will keep scoring and scoring. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a couple of wickets in the middle part. That's why we are in the losing side. What's the second?
Captain, I just wanted to ask you, now that you've played India, what is the most challenging bit that you found as a team taking on the Indians on the field today?
I think they bowled really well. In the Bumrah and Bhubaneswar started really well, and even the spinners, they keep tightening and tightening. They keep bowling the good areas, make us to do mistakes, and those are things. They never give us a loose ball when we are batting, and when we are bowling, Rohit and Rahul they were fearless batting and keep scoring big runs, even 4s and 6s. We couldn't squeeze them at that time. So that's the main thing, and we watched them early, and they keep doing the other teams as well. I think they were in the good mindset, and they were really good team for this competition, and hopefully they will do best in the rest of the World Cup matches.
This was Rohit's 5th 100 of the World Cup. Your young batsmen, what can they learn by watching somebody like him bat?
I think he batted. If he every time he gets a start, he keep scoring big runs. That's what we want. He was fearless, and he know how he going to get 100, and he planned really well. At what time he want to take a charge, and what bowlers he want to respect, and those are the little things he mastered really well. And his simple plan, he's keep batting and batting. That's what I want. For the youngsters, it's a ideal character to watch him and learn something from him. If you keep batting and batting, he was very hungry for the runs. I think that's a huge thing for the youngsters.
Matthew, you've played all of the teams now in the competition. Who do you think is the best team left in the World Cup, and who do you predict will win the trophy?
I think every team have on that particular day they're doing really well. I think England have a good team. India, even the Australians, they were in the good side. But I think if you take the balance side, the Indian will be a good balance inside. They have nice spinners and good fast bowlers, and the top order batting line. They keep scoring 100. So I think and Indian has a better chance to win this World Cup. for me, for my point of view, I think, at that particular day, if some the other team can do better than the Indian team, they will definitely gonna win it.
Dimut, as you look to rebuild the team from here for the next World Cup, do you think India is a model that you can look at and grooming bowlers and batsmen were consistent, bowlers were sort of suited for this format, and do you think this is a model that you can sort of look to copy in a way?
I think Indian they have a nice structure behind the Indian national team. I think they have the IPL, they have domestic good teams and good season. So those are the things they will keep producing the good players. So that what we were expecting from our administration. They want to build a nice domestic season, and I was thinking the players who can play the overseas and get some experience, even the IPL, Big Bash, even the county season, the players they want experience. We were only playing the domestic season and straight away to the national side. So we want to keep hang out with all the national players, the other countries. Those are the things they can learn something from them, and then they can play under the huge crowd. So that's the kind of things we want to rebuild, and we are trying to. After this one, we going there and we discuss with some former players and what they are expecting from the players and administration. We want to discuss, and we want to rebuild the nice platform for the youngsters.
Okay, last English question. Dimit, Rohit had scored his 5th 100 today. There's so much of analysis that's been done before every game. Rohit before this game had scored 400s. Malinga knows Rohit Sharma the best probably in the Sri Lankan team. What was the plan going on into the second innings when Sri Lanka was supposed to bowl, and where do you think did the execution go wrong?
I think we planned, the previous thing. I think I said, we planned really well, but we have to execute at that time, and I think we bowled really well, but the wicket was not helping much. And Malinga, he knows Rohit really well, and he keep trying, but unfortunately he couldn't get that wicket. Even the Rahul's wicket, it's not easy. The wicket was getting slower and slower, and they keep batting. We have to bowl so many slow balls, and they were, if they know they have a good batting lineup behind them, and they will keep batting and batting. They know if they can get a 60 ball for 90 runs, they can do it. So they will keep hang out, and once the shines off, they will they batted really well at that time.
දිමුත් මාස දෙකමාරකට කලින් ඔබ ලංකාවේ කණ්ඩායමේ එක්දින නායකත්වය ලබා දුන්නා. ඒ වගේම මාස දෙකකට කලින් ශ්‍රී ලංකා කණ්ඩායම එංගලන්තයට පැමිණියා. දැන් අද තරඟාවලිය අවසන් 6 වෙනි ස්ථානය තරඟ 3ක් ජයග්‍රහණය කරා, 2ක් පැස්සට හේතුණා, 4ක් පරාජය වුණා. පෞද්ගලිකව ඔබේ නායකත්වයත් සමග ඔබ සතුටු වෙනවද? ඒ වගේම කණ්ඩායමේ මේ මුළු ටූර්නමන්ට් එක ගැනම මොකද හිතෙන්නේ?
මම හිතන්නේ අපි ලංකාවෙන් එනකොට මම හිතන්නේ කවුරුත් අපිට chance එකක් දුන්නා කියලා අපි මේ World Cup එක හොඳට කරයි කියලා. අපි මේ number 6 position එකේ අපි ඉවර වෙයි කියලා කවුරුත් හිතන්නේ නැතිද? අපිට කවුරුත් chance එක දුන්නේ නැහැ. අපි ඇෆ්ගනිස්තාන් එකවත් දිනයි කියලා. මම හිතන්නේ එහෙම mentality එකක් තිබ්බේ අපි ලංකාවේ එනකොට. නමුත් මම හිතන්නේ අපි මෙතනට ආවට පස්සේ අපි සමහරක් තැන්වල අපි හොඳට කරා, සමහරක් තැන්වල අපිට හොඳට කරන්න හම්බුන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වගේම මම හිතන්නේ අපි හොඳ matches අපි දින්න හොඳට කළා. in patches අපි performance හොඳට තිබ්බා. කියන්නේ ටීම් එකක් විදිහට අපිට එක දවසේ ඔක්කොම කරගන්න බැරි වුණා. නමුත් සමහර දවස්වල බෝලර්ස්ලා හොඳට කරා, සමහර දවස්වල බැට්ස්මන්ලා හොඳට කරා. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ in patches තමයි අපි කරේ. ඉතින් ඒ වෙලත් මම හිතන්නේ අපි මෙතන මේ 6 වෙනි ස්ථානයේ ඉන්න අපිට වඩා හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරන රටවල් වන් ඩේ වල මම හිතන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ අපිට පල්ලෙන් ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් matches දෙකක් මම හිතන්නේ බැස්සට ගියා. සමහරකට අපිට දිනන්නත් තිබ්බා, පරදින්නත් තිබ්බා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොන වේද කියලා. නමුත් ගේම් එක සෙල්ලම් කරන සමහරකට අපිට දිනන chance එකක් තිබ්බා. මොකද ඒ කණ්ඩායම් බැලුවොත් එමේ අනිත් කණ්ඩායම් එක්ක ඒගොල්ලෝට වඩා මේ අපි ක්‍රීඩා කරපු කණ්ඩායම් ගොඩක් හොඳ රටවල් එක්ක අපි ක්‍රීඩා කරේ. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ පෞද්ගලිකව බැලුවොත් මම හිතන්නේ මට මම ඇත්තටම ගොඩක් සන්තෝෂයි මුල් මැචස් ටික ඇරෙන්න. මම හිතන්නේ මුල් මැචස් ටික අපිට බැටිං අපේ මැද ගොඩක් කැලප්ස් වුණා. ඒ ඇරෙන්න ඊට පස්සේ අපි ගොඩක් හොඳට ක්‍රීඩා කරගෙන ආවා. සවුත් අප්‍රිකා මැච් එක ඇරෙන්න මම හිතන්නේ ඉතින් ගොඩක් හොඳ දේවල් පොසිටිව්ස් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ දේවල් අරගෙන ඉස්සරහට යන්න තමයි ප්ලෑන් එක ඉන්නේ. මම හිතන්නේ මගේ කැප්ටන්සි එකත් මම හිතන්නේ මම දන්නා මාස දෙකකට ඉස්සර තමයි දුන්නේ කියලා. නමුත් මට ගොඩක් කට්ටිය උදව් කරා නැෂනල් ටීම් එකේ ඉන්න even senior players වගේම junior players ලාත් හැමෝම ගොඩක් උදව් කරා. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ හොඳ තරඟාවලියක් අපි නිමා කරා. අපිට semi finals එන්න බැරි වුණාට නමුත් මම හිතන්නේ අපි හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරා කියලා මට හිතෙනවා ටූර්නමන්ට් එකේ අන්තිම වෙද්දී.
Okay, 2 more questions. Shorter, Dylan. Too long.
දෙමුත් ඇන්ජලෝ මැතිව්ස් අපි දැක්ක පහුගිය කාලේ ඔහුගේ ක්‍රිකට් ජීවිතේ පොඩි පහසුබෑමක් වගේ තිබුණා. දැන් මේ ලෝක කුසලානේ ලංකාවට වැඩියෙන්ම දකුණු ගහලා තියන්නේ එයා. ඉස්සරහට මොනවද හිතන්නේ ඇන්ජලෝ මැතිව්ස්ගෙන් කොයි වගේ ගමනක් ක්‍රිකට් ගමනක් තියේද හිතන විදිහට කොයි වගේ දේවල්ද බලපොත්තු වෙන්නේ?
මම හිතා මම ටූර්නමන්ට් පටන් ගද්දිම කිව්වා ගොඩක් කට්ටිය ඇන්ජලෝ පර්ෆෝම් කරන්නේ නැහැ කියලා කිව්වට මම කිව්වා අනිවාර්යෙන් ඔහු ඒ රිද්ම් එකට ආවම ඔහු දන්නා ඔහු කොච්චර ෆේල් වුණත් ඔහු කොහොමද නැගිටින්න ඕනේ කියලා. ඉතින් ඒ එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක ඔහුට තියෙනවා. ඔහු අද ඒක පෙන්නුවා මුළු ටීම් එකටම කොහොමද මේ විකට් එකේ අන්ඩර් ප්‍රෙෂර් සෙල්ලම් කරන්න කියලා. ඉතින් ඒ එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක තමයි අපිට ඕනේ. ඉතින් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක අනිවාර්යෙන් අපිට තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මම ක්‍රීඩා කරද්දී ඒ වගේම අපි ටීම් මැච් බිල් කරද්දී එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක ඒ වගේම යන්ග්ස්ටර්ස්ලාත් අපි ගොඩක් වෙලාට ටීම් එකේ තියාගන්න. මොකද ඔවුන්ට අපි එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් දෙන්න ඕනේ ඒ තැන් වලට එන්න. ඉතින් අපි ඉදිරියට යනකොට එහෙම ඇන්ජලෝ ගැන තීරණය කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඔහු ක්‍රීඩා කරන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. ඔහු තාමත් හොඳට ක්‍රීඩා කරනවා. පන්දු යවනවා. මම හිතන්නේ ඔහු දැන් තව ටික කාලෙකින් මම හිතන්නේ පන්දු යවන්නත් පටන් ගනී. ඔහුගේ ආබාධ 84 හැරෙනකොට ඉඳලා. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ඔහු ගොඩක් හොඳ වටිනා කියන්නේ ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් අපේ ලංකාවට ඉන්න. දැන් මාලින් ගත්ත අපෙන් සමුගත්තට පස්සේ මම හිතන්නේ ඔහු තමයි ඉන්න ජේෂ්ඨම ක්‍රීඩකයා. ඉතින් ඔහුගේ එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක අනිවාර්යයෙන් වැදගත්. ඉතින් ඔහු අනිවාර්යෙන් ගොඩක් ක්‍රීඩා කරා ඉදිරි තරඟවලදී.
දිමුත් ඔබ කිව්වා අෆ්ගානිස්තානයේ තරඟයත් අපි දිනන්නේ නැහැ කියලා අපේ හිතාගෙන හිටපු කණ්ඩායම මේ 6 වෙනි ස්ථානට ආවේ කියලා. ඔබ මාස දෙකකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා නායකයා වෙලා කණ්ඩායම ආපු තත්ත්ව පිළිබඳව රටේ ජනතාව සහ එංගලන්තයේ වෙසෙන ශ්‍රී ලංකා ජනතාව ඊතරම් හොඳ තත්ත්වයක නෙමෙයි ඉන්නේ. මානසික තත්ත්වයක නෙමෙයි. ඔබ මොකද්ද මේ රටේ ජනතාවට කියන්න තියෙන අපේ ලංකාවේ ක්‍රිකට් ලෝලීන්ට?
මම හිතන්නේ ඇත්තටම හැම දිස්සම බිලීව් එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මම දන්නවා අපි අපිට හොඳ කාලයක් තිබ්බා. පසුගිය අවුරුදු කීපයකට පෙර සංගල මයිල්ලා ඉන්නකොට මම හිතන්නේ හොඳ කාලයක් තිබ්බා. ඉතින් හැමෝටම මේ වගේ හොඳ කාල එනවා, නරක කාල එනවා. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ දේවල්ට මම හිතන්නේ අපි උරු වෙන්න ඕනේ. අපි කියන්නේ අපිට හැමදාම එක දිගටම දිනාගෙන යන්න බෑ. නම මම හිතන්නේ අපේ කිසියම් තැනක වැරද්දක් සිදු වෙලා තියෙන එකයි අපි මේ තත්ත්වෙ මෙතන ඉන්නේ. අපිට ක්‍රීඩකයන් විදිහට අපි ගොඩක් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් අඩු ප්ලේයර්ස්ලා කියන්නේ අනිත් සයිඩ්ස් එක බලද්දී අපි ගොඩක් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් අඩු ක්‍රීඩකයෝ ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ඒක තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාට මම ඉස්සර කිව්වා වගේ අපිට ගොඩක් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් ඕනේ. ගොඩක් පිටරට ගිහිල්ලා ක්‍රිකට් ගහන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඒක ගොඩක් ලොකු අත්දැකීමක්. ඉතින් මේ වගේ දේවල් අරගෙන එනකොට තමයි ක්‍රීඩකේ සම්පූර්ණයෙන් අපි බැලුවොත් ඉසුරු දාන ඔව් මීට පෙර කොහෙද හිටියේ කියලාත් දන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් ඔය එකපාරට පිටරට ලීග් සෙල්ලම් කරලා ඇවිල්ලා සවුත් අප්‍රිකා තරගෙ හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කළා. දැන් මේ වර්ල්ඩ් කප් එක සෙල්ලම් කරනවා. ඉතින් මේ වගේ ක්‍රීඩකයෝ ඉන්නවා. අපි තව ක්‍රීඩකයෝ ඉන්නවා. අපි ඒගොල්ලන්ට අවස්ථාවක් දෙන්නේ කොහොමද ඩොමෙස්ටික් තරඟාවලින් විතරක් පුළුවන් වේද කියන එක තමයි බලන්න ඕනේ. තව ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න තමයි උන්ගේ අත්දැකීම් අපිට ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ අර කිව්වත් වගේ මිනිස්සු ගොඩක් අපි ගැන විශ්වාසය තිබ්බේ නැහැ කියන්නේ තිබ්බා. නමුත් මම හිතන්නේ අපිට මීට වඩා ඕනේ. මොකද අපි වැටිලා ඉන්නලා ගොඩක් වෙලාට අපිට අත දෙන කට්ටිය තමයි අපිට ගොඩක් වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. මොකද දැන් අපි ඉන්දියා කණ්ඩායම බැලුවොත් උන් කොහොමද ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේදී හැමෝම ගොඩක් දන්නා උන් හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරන තරඟ ජයග්‍රහණය කරනවා. නමුත් උන් හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරන්නේ නැති කාලේ මෙතන ඉන්න ක්‍රවුඩ් එකෙන් භාගයක් විතර උන්ව දාලා ගියොත් උන්ට මොකද හිතෙන්නේ? ඉතින් ඒ වගේ තමයි මම හිතන්නේ මේ අපිට ඒ සහයෝගය අනිවාර්යෙන් අවශ්‍යයි. අපි ටික ටික රීබිල්ඩ් වෙලා අපි කවදාරි දවසක ආයෙත් හොඳ තැනකට අපිට එන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඊටකම් පොඩි කාලයක් ගත වෙයි. නමුත් අපි try කරනවා ඉක්මනින්ම ඒ තැනට යන්න. මම හිතනවා දැන් අපි පොඩ එතනට යනවා. ඉතින් ඒ අපි හරි ස්ට්‍රක්චර් එකක් හදාගෙන එතනට ගියොත් ඉක්මනට අපිට පුළුවන් හොඳ තරඟාවලි කීපයක් නිම කරන්න.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Yeah, sure.